It's time for a special program called The 11th Hour. This weekly program will shed light on important issues in our area and the positive steps we're taking to combat them.
Good morning. You are listening to your local radio station, WMOA. Welcome to the 11th Hour, brought to you by the Washington County Behavioral Health Board. I'm Shaylee Sprague, and today my guest is Josh Walsh from the Washington County Health Department. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Hey, Josh. So thanks for coming on today. I just wanted to have Josh on to talk about the tobacco grant that the health department has. So Josh, do you want to start with an introduction, how long you've been at the health department, and what your title with them is?
Sure. I'm new to the grant. I've only been here since the end of July. My position here is the Tobacco Use Prevention and Cessation Coordinator. Happy to be here.
So you're passionate about prevention?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. So do you want to tell us a little bit more about the grant, what some of the objectives or deliverables are?
Sure. Really from the perspective generally of the health department, right, we have the goal of making the community healthier, having the healthiest community we possibly can. We have several grants that contribute to this overall. So with my grant in particular, the tobacco prevention grant, we have some clear objectives for the community. One example, for instance, is to have every school in the county to be a completely smoke-free, tobacco-free campus, including e-cigarettes. We've had success with many districts so far, and we look forward to working with the other ones who are not yet achieving that goal. Another objective we have is to make cessation more available and accessible to people who are actively trying to quit. For instance, we can do this by educating providers as well as just other people in general how to refer people to cessation programs like the Ohio Tobacco Quit Line. In addition to that, we're actively working on counter advertising, so promoting things like the Tobacco Quit Line and advertising prevention and cessation in general.
Do you have that phone number readily available to share now for anybody that's thinking about quitting?
Yes, absolutely. It's just 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Okay, so 1-800-QUITNOW.
That's right.
Okay. So I know we talked a little bit before this, and another area of the grant that you're working on is assembling a task force specific to vaping. Do you want to share more information about that?
Yeah. So every day, the whole idea of vaping is becoming more and more popular. But originally, vaping was created as kind of a cessation solution for people who were trying to quit using tobacco. But that's really changed in recent years. Now we're seeing vaping becoming increasingly popular among kids, even as young as 12 years old. A lot of these companies are very clearly marketing towards kids. They have all these ridiculous flavors like Belgian waffle and strawberry daiquiri. And it's an issue because, this isn't just harmless water vapor like a lot of them are made out to be. In addition to harmful chemicals found in the vapes, you very obviously have nicotine. And an issue with nicotine with e-cigs is that generally they have almost twice as much nicotine in a single puff as a regular cigarette does. So they're highly addictive, and these kids being addicted to e-cigs as young as 12 years old absolutely is going to have a negative effect on their life. So because of this increasing problem, we've assembled a vaping task force. So this task force is made up of several people from various backgrounds within the community. And the purpose is for us to come together as a community and really discuss different objectives and goals specific to helping youth avoid vaping, or if they are vaping, what they can do to quit. And we'll be creating smart, purposeful objectives about education and again, assisting them if they would like to quit.
So do you know currently what the law is for purchasing vaping products? Is that kind of how they're accessing them, because there's not a real set age limit for purchasing?
Well, there is a law that the Tobacco 21 law does apply to e-cigarettes, but the issue is that you can buy them anywhere. You can buy them online. So the accessibility is rampant just because they can just get on their phone and buy a couple, and there's no real way of guarding against that. And then to make matters worse, a lot of these things, these vaping devices, look like everyday household items. A parent may not have any idea that their kid has a vaping product because it looks like a flash drive or something like that.
Wow. So will you be giving information to parents on how to identify some of these products? Yes,
absolutely. We have a webinar that we've been putting on a few different times, and that is one of the main aspects of it, where we identify different types of vaping products and how to identify various vaping products, and educating parents about what it all means.
Have you recorded this webinar? Is there a place that they can access it, either on the health department's website or Facebook?
So we have it pre-recorded. It's on Facebook. If you go to Washington County Health Department, you can find it there. Also, recently just started a specific Facebook page for tobacco free, so people can go to that. It's just tobacco free Washington County, and all of the specific information regarding tobacco will be posted there as well.
That's great. So one last thing, what are some key points for someone who wants to quit smoking or vaping? What's the first thing that they should do?
Well, first of all, they should feel good about that decision. If somebody decides that it's time for me to quit, whether it's smoking or vaping, then that's awesome. They should really feel good about that. And as I mentioned earlier, we have, the first thing you can do is call the Ohio Tobacco Quit line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. And that's free to all Ohioans. No matter what your insurance is, you can call the quit line and they can get you the help they need. Now for youth, there's an awesome program called My Life, My Quit. So as anybody under the age of 18 who wants to quit smoking or using vapes, all they have to do is go to the website, mylifemyquit.com. It's very easy to use. Again, it's free. All they have to do is enroll online. They get connected with a quit coach, and they can just have text communication with that quit coach. It's very easy.
Wow. Yeah, those kids are texting too, so that's
right.
Their preferred method of communication these days.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Was there any other information you'd like to share, either on the grant or the work you're doing?
No, like I said, I've only been here for a couple months, but we're really looking forward to and excited about doing the best we can with cessation. And honestly, my main objective, if I can narrow it down to one thing, my top concern with cessation is making sure that anybody who wants to quit has everything they need in order to do so. So that's going to be my top goal moving forward.
Awesome. Well, I think you're doing great work in the short amount of time you've been with the health department. We're so excited
Thank you very much.
To be able to participate with you and your task force. I know we have a couple of our staff members joining your task force, so we're really excited about that.
I'm happy to have you.
Yep. So again, if you want to visit the Washington County Health Department on Facebook, that is just Washington County Health Department. If you want to visit the Washington County Behavioral Health Board website, that's wcbhb.org, or you can visit our Recovery is Beautiful Facebook page. Thank you for listening to WMOA in the 11th hour, brought to you by the Washington County Behavioral Health Board.
Thanks for listening to the 11th Hour, a service of the Washington County Board of Behavioral Health. Tune in next Friday at 11:05 a.m. right here on WMOA for another edition of the 11th Hour.